So it's time to jump right into it. So first of all, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in, tapping in. So hopefully this provides some level of value for you in this quick, short podcast episode. So first things I want to talk about is programming. So program design when it comes to developing and training athletes. So that's one of the key things. I think one of the most important things to being a good trainer or a good performance coach, whether that's sports specific, general fitness competitors, whatever it may be. I think the programming is really the number one thing that a good trainer really spends a lot of time and focus on. So I just want to share with you guys just in a couple minutes some quick things that I do whenever it comes to program design time. So first thing I look at is I always start backwards. So I always start with what did we do the previous month? What did we do the previous, block, whether it was a 3-week block, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, depending on what you do as a trainer, which is totally up to you, your preference. I typically run in 4-week blocks, but for some of my elite athletes, I'll run in 3-week blocks just because of the time is usually condensed down that I have them. My younger athletes, I typically have them for a lot longer than my pros. So now when I say I go backwards, meaning if they're just getting started with you, you want to really determine like their level. What's their skill level? What's their core stability level? Any injuries, anything that you need to know as a trainer that's going to help you design the right program for that individual athlete. Now, if all things are good and the athlete is functioning well, or maybe it's an athlete that's already been training with you, then that's how you want to start that process is what did we do in the previous program? What was our goals? What did we try to accomplish? So whenever I go into program design, the first thing I try to do is create a goal. Like are we trying to get stronger? Are we trying to get more explosive? Are we trying to increase speed or improve speed? What's the goal? Once you know the goal, it becomes a lot easier to program. So for me, dealing with mostly athletes, I like to kind of do a mix of it to where I have a key goal, but then I also have some other base goals that I like to incorporate. So for example, it could be a speed training program, but I'm going to put a lot of stability, single leg isolation work in there because understanding that in speed mechanics, your body works contralateral, so basically side to side. So it's important to make sure everything is balanced. So I incorporate a lot more on that. We go through other windows where it's just a strength phase. For some athletes, especially younger athletes, sometimes, their running form could definitely improve. There's some stuff that they could work on, but a lot of times their next level of speed is literally going to be tied to strength. They just simply do not have the strength to run any faster than they're running. So with a lot of my younger athletes, I like to go through a strength phase, building functional strength, but strength, actually, max effort type training, the higher percentages, if you're into that, usually the 80-85% percent range on their 1 rep max. And yeah, I know a lot of people, don't want to load the bar for younger athletes. But when I say younger, I'm talking 13, 14, 15, kind of in that range where they have good mobility, good balance, good core stability, good motor skills, meaning they have coordination. And then you're able to load that bar. You're able to load it to build that strength, which is going to translate into everything that they do. So that's just some keys that I wanted to drop on you guys today on how I program design. So feel free to drop a DM and let me know what you do. What's your strategy? How do you build out your programs? How do you make sure your clients get to the next level?